Hey guys, so welcome to another video on the channel. So before we get started, I'd like to say a few things. Number one, I'd like to thank you for the massive support I've been getting on my recent videos. They've been blowing up and I've been gaining subscribers and Twitch followers. So it really does mean a lot. So I thank you for that. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like and consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 50 subscribers and we're really getting close right now. And one more thing left before we begin with this video. Be sure to check out my social medias in the description below. I have a Discord community, so if you'd like to participate in a community video, feel free to join that. And on top of that, I post on Twitter actively, so you can follow me there for whatever recent events is going on. Now, to explain the video idea. So, in today's video, we're going to be, obviously as the title states, it's camera settings. So, we're just going to be giving you some pointers and what kind of camera settings you can play around with. So number one, camera settings are not really, there's no specific one that is like the best out of all of them, but these all have their pros and cons. I'll be listing a ton of different camera settings. You can also just go into the settings, tweak it for yourself, find whatever you think's best, and just try out all of these individually, see what you feel or what you think is best in a game, and pick whatever you decide. Alright, so starting off, the first camera setting for this video is overhead. So pretty much what overhead is here's the camera settings for it. You have field of view that can be optional. I'll be stating this multiple times. You can put field of view to anything you really want to. I like to have mine zoomed out so I can see the entire ice. And then for these three right here, I suggest turning on camera smoothing. You can turn it off, but I recommend turning it on. But for these three right here, you want to have 50 for camera height, 50 for camera angle, and -45 for camera offset. And now to tell you the pros and cons of overhead. So one of the pros about overhead, in my opinion, it really helps with stick lag and also seeing the entire ice and being able to receive a pass and shoot on net. But one thing that I really think it struggles with is being able to really look at it. In my opinion, it's probably really bad for shooting. If you're looking for a really good shooting camera, I would definitely not recommend this, because you have to definitely look where you're shooting, rather than if you have your camera sort of tilted more, you can see the goal while also being able to deep. But instead, you have to look up and actually look at the goal, and it kind of takes your vision away from the puck and the players ahead of you. Alright, now onto the next camera setting. So this one is more in the middle of kind of your camera, I guess. It's like in the middle of overhead and sort of like on the side. So you'll see what I mean by side in a second, but this one, in my opinion, here's the camera settings, by the way, but the pros and cons of this one is, personally, I feel as though it does capitalize on shooting and deking, but also you're starting to slowly get less vision of the ice, so you're starting to lose on that. But also, I mean, it's still not your go-to when it comes to shooting. Also, here's the camera settings. Once again, field of view doesn't matter. You can change it to whatever your preference is, and I recommend turning on camera smoothing. I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for kind of a mediocre thing, pretty much mediocre at about everything. If you're looking to improve your deking or your shooting, I would go for more of like something on the side, but not really this. Alright, and now onto the side camera view, and I like to call it this because it's kind of on the side, I guess. Whatever you really want to call it, that's fine. Just that makes more sense to me. So the camera views for this, or the camera settings for this, is 20 camera height and 30 camera angle, and then -45 camera offset. And some of this stuff, like I forgot to mention, but camera offset, you can change this to anything you want. I mean, if you really want to, you could change it to 100, but I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, you can change it. You can like put it above your character. You can do all sorts of stuff. But here's the camera. Here's the camera settings, and also field of view. As I said before, it's preference as well. And now it's the pros and cons of, well, this camera setting. As you can see, you have more of a side view, and you can shoot way easier. You can see the goal from like a mile away, and you can pretty much see, well, say you lift the puck, you can see that a lot easier than if you're overhead. And it also works really well saving, so you can identify how high it is. So honestly, I think you do have a pretty good view of the ice. Not as great as the overhead, obviously, but this is still a really good way to practice your dekes and your shooting. And honestly, if you're looking to improve both of those, I would really recommend going for these camera settings, which I'll show you one more time. And on to the last camera setting of the video. So you're probably thinking, what the actual hell am I looking at right now? And I will completely agree with you on that. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about including this in the video, but I thought, this is a pretty interesting find. And it's actually, I found that this is a really useful way of improving your dekes and making them a little bit more efficient. And I would really recommend these camera settings. Just try them out and use them for like a game or two and just see how your gameplay feels, and try and improve on your dekes and make sure that you're actually deking properly instead of messing up constantly on, say, one certain thing. You might be able to identify it because you're literally staring at the stick and the puck. So here's the camera settings. Once again, I would not recommend these camera settings. Maybe just try them out for a game or two, kind of practice your dekes with the stick lag, try and get used to it more, and identify maybe what you're messing up on because of the kind of front overview. I really don't know what to call this camera setting. I guess it's like almost a first person except overhead. It's really weird, but I would recommend trying this out. Just try it out. Maybe just for the memes, but yeah. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching the video. Feel free to click that subscribe button. We're really close to 50 subscribers right now. I cannot believe the massive support we've been getting on these videos. I mean, we've gained 15 subscribers in one day, so that's absolutely insane. And if you enjoy the video, feel free to give it a like. It really does help. Share the video with other people and support the channel. So once again, if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a like. And if you didn't, that's fine. Leave me a comment letting me know what I can do to improve. And before I tune out, feel free to join our Discord server. I have plans to do a lot of cool stuff. So you got to make sure to join that if you want to participate in a future video. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.